Hey everybody, Noah Schmick here alongside the Idaho Vandals football coach, Thomas Ford Jr. And Tom, you're here. You made it. You finally are settled in. I know this isn't your first run in Moscow, but tell me, and you got everything moved in, everything kind of feels like home again?
Yeah, no doubt. I think once I got my family here in March, it definitely felt a lot more like home, and things are starting to settle down a little bit. We've got a ton of camps between our team camps, prospect camps, kind of got that going in June, but then July will slow down a little bit for us before the real stuff starts happening for fall camp.
Man, I think the first question, the biggest thing I got to ask you, the new black helmets.
Oh man,
what do you think about those?
Those are pretty sweet. It was something that I think a lot of our players really wanted. I know our fan base really wanted. It's been over 10 years now since we've worn those black helmets, and I thought this is the best time to bring them back.
Was it your idea, or did someone kind of think about it?
Yeah,
or?
it was a kind of combination of people, but when it came down to it, our general manager J.D. Johnson, our equipment guy Jarrett Peeler, we were full speed on the black helmets, man.
I love it. Spring football camp. How did that kind of go? Did you get everything implemented that you wanted to? Are you guys in a good spot heading into the summer?
Yeah, I think spring football went really well. I thought we did a really good job of just really continue to instill our culture here, what we're trying to get accomplished on a daily basis. I thought our guys practiced like pros by the end. At the beginning, we were not practicing like pros. Had a lot of guys on the ground, and I think whenever you have guys on the ground in practice, just causes problems you don't want to have. Injuries that you don't expect, and things are not as under control. So I thought our guys did a really good job just adapting to the new way we're practicing. I thought we got a lot of work done in terms of just getting our base offense, defense, special teams installs implemented, and then found out a lot more about who we're going to be as a football team in the fall.
I remember during your introductory press conference, you said a lot about we're looking for relationship builders when it comes to building your coaching staff. You've got it all filled out and everything,
yeah.
But you got Court Dennison as your defensive coordinator. A lot of people know Matt Linehan already for the offensive coordinator. But do you feel like that helped you kind of get the people that you wanted and the pieces that you needed into this team? And was that your whole thing, was just get people who can build those relationships and really start a culture?
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the most important things when hiring our staff, was finding the right people, right? We're going to find great coaches all over the country. There was no lack of interest in our coaching positions here. So finding the guys that really believed in the philosophies that we have here, really believe in building relationships, caring about our players, and help them develop not just on the field, but in every aspect of their lives. So I think we've got a great coaching staff here that's ready to go.
This is always a fun question to ask because it's your first year. You get through spring ball. Was it the returning guys that are kind of helping you establish that culture, or is it maybe some of the new guys? What's been the thing that's gotten you to where you guys are at so far?
Well, certainly our veteran players had a huge part of just reinforcing what we're trying to do here. It's not that much different than what was done in the past, but there's some slight changes that I think guys had to really get used to, and our veteran players definitely did a great job of reinforcing that within the team. Anytime you have a player-led team as opposed to a coach-led team, you're going to have, I think, a lot more success. And I also think it helped that we brought in transfer players that were what we're looking for specifically, and not just on the field, but off the field, right? We're looking for good students, guys that really like hard work, and I think that those guys meshed well with our veteran guys. And now that we have, a new group of transfers and, 24 freshmen, that group is really got the summer rolling as well.
So I know you're a Seattle guy. I mean, this isn't new to the people who are watching this, but you have been in Idaho before. You, of course, went to Oregon State, where the running backs coach. I mean, what can people expect? Game one against WSU. I mean, are you guys running the ball down their throat? I mean, what can people expect from you?
Well, I think three things that we talk a lot about as far as who we want to be on the field. But what I do think you'll see, week one is you're going to see a physical football team. A team that's not afraid to put their face mask on someone else. I think you're going to see a team that plays with relentless effort, high motor guys. We want 1 million scout team All-Americans on our roster, right? Guys that are playing hard all the time. And I also think you'll see a group with high football intelligence, right? What we call FBI here. And so at the end of the day, if we can be physical, play really hard, and play smart football, I think we're going to have a chance to win a lot of games.
And I I kind of alluded to it being that first game being against WSU. Of course, you know, you can call about rivalry games. You guys have 3 nationally televised games throughout. I mean, that's huge. Of course, one of those being Washington State. But you kind of got that first jab in there in your introductory press conference. Do you know head coach Jimmy Rogers at all?
So I did not know Coach Rogers previously to this season. Obviously, we have similar ties with the South Dakota State staffs. A lot of people that we both do know in this profession. But I did get a chance to meet Coach Rogers at the Avery Showcase camp over in Tacoma a few weeks back, and definitely a good guy. You know, I think we're going to start to do some things in conjunction with each other in the future in terms of our prospect camps and things like that. But I know that there's no friendships on August 31st.
I love it. I love it. Not just the nationally televised games. Of course, we'll have some games on SWX as well for the Vandals. But one big thing I want to talk about too, 6-0 at home last year. I know that you weren't on the staff, but the Kibby Dome, it has its home field advantage for sure. And 50 years of the Kibby Dome, I mean, this is going to be a historic season.
Yeah, you know, anytime you're celebrating those type of milestones, 50 years is a long time, especially with this facility and the changes it's had over those 50 years. But again, I think the Kibby Dome is one of the coolest places I've ever had a chance to coach or play in, and that atmosphere is going to be rocking this year for sure. I think the fan base is really excited, our alumni base is really excited, and like you said, you kind of add in that 50th year anniversary of the Kibby Dome and 6 home games, it should be a pretty special season.
I got to ask, because, of course, former head coach Jason Eck, he always had the battle axe.
Oh, yeah.
Are you keeping the battle axe?
No question. No question.
I love it. I love it. Incorporated it somehow.
Oh, yeah. The battle axe is still in full effect. That'll be, you know, for our players of the game, players of the day during fall camp, and then also for our prospect MVPs for our prospect camps over the summer. But that battle axe is definitely still in full effect.
Oh, perfect. Well, we can't wait to see it, Coach. And, of course, best of luck on your first season. Thanks so much for the time, and we look forward to it, man.
No, I appreciate you, and it's always good to chat with you guys, and look forward to all the Vandal fans filling that dome this fall.
There you go.